This is my first time doing a voice memo. I'm doing this more as a potential memoir, more so than anything, with regards to the upcoming future of Bitcoin and of the crypto market. I've been studying ETFs probably for about 2 years now. And when you begin to evaluate the power that exchange traded funds have accumulated over the last, 20 years, it's been massive. They've grown by trillions and trillions of dollars out of the simple fact that people are lazy and people don't want to manage their money. They just want to have somebody do it for them. How is that going to change with Bitcoin and crypto? It's not going to change. People getting a DeFi wallet in their 20s is hard enough. How are you supposed to get a 50, a 60, a 70-year-old that is sitting on hundreds of millions of dollars looking to diversify their portfolio with assets that are regulated and are institutionalized? They're not going to be able to jump into the DeFi space, right? But it is a big piece of the pie. So the ETFs are going to not only legitimize Bitcoin as an asset, but they're going to facilitate tens of thousands of individuals that manage money, initially in America and eventually across the world, because the ripple effects from Wall Street are going to hit Hong Kong, London, Singapore. It's going to be crazy. The important thing to remember with Bitcoin is that right now, the average individual has never bought in Bitcoin. They've seen it. Maybe they've hopped on an app. Maybe they catch a trend, but they're not really invested into it. So once you see it listed under a regular ticker for, $75, it's not going to look like a lot of money. Remember the stock split of Tesla? That's what Bitcoin feels like. That's what it feels like. And what is coming, I sense that feeling of a stock split like rocket ship. Is Bitcoin the best opportunity right now? Well, it's been a great opportunity for the last couple of years, but I would suggest that you begin to evaluate crypto as a whole. Gary Gensler said that he found it odd that there was a futures ETF for Bitcoin and that there was no spot ETF. He thought that it was extremely odd. And, well, now we have the futures ETF with Ethereum. Therefore, the spot ETF is potentially inevitable as well. And after that, do other crypto assets become legitimized as well and put into a basket and launched as another ticker, right? As another vehicle, as another product? Because you guys need to remember, these big funds, these Vanguard companies, they sell products, right? They're selling financial products. They're selling financial services. They make a commission off of this specific asset, right? So whatever's in high demand, they need to sell. So if they see a trend with crypto that is coming and they see it, they're going to prepare themselves because they want to make money. They see it as another instrument. It's very small compared to the things that they manage across the board. So if you see these ETFs lining up, piling up at the door, maybe they know something we don't. Maybe they're prepared for something that the crypto people that have been around for a really long time have known, which is the dollar's dominance is going down and people with a lot of money. I don't consider myself a person with a lot of money. I have a couple $1 million, but I don't consider myself a person with a lot of money. If I'm an individual that's sitting on billions of dollars of cash, if I'm a company that's sitting on hundreds of millions of dollars of cash, I'd be shitting my pants. And I'd be figuring out, how do I move my money to maintain my purchasing power, which is extremely important in a circumstance and in an environment where the government doesn't really care and they just print money. And it's not slowing down. The deficit is not slowing down. and we need to take this into consideration. If you read Principles of a Changing World Order by Ray Dalio, he talks about the issues that come into society and into an empire when we begin to devalue the currency that holds everything together. And it just ends up in chaos and in complete destruction of that state or of that society. So we're seeing it right now, and Bitcoin just happens to be another place where people are looking to protect their purchasing power and their monetary value. And these big companies have identified that as a trend, and they're going to capitalize on it. So whatever happens in the next 30 days, just keep your eyes peeled, be awake, be aware. But 2024 and 2025, I think are going to be some interesting years in the market. Not only the legitimization of this instrument, but the fact that by ripple effect, it'll really help the rest of the market as well. So consider one ETF approval after the other, the introduction of potentially an ETF for Ethereum seems very likely. $8,000 Ethereum doesn't seem far-fetched. And then obviously all the other crypto products and companies and projects that are legit, that are standing out, and that will be real contenders in the fintech/internet of the future. So that's a little note for myself. It's quite